Actually kind of cool though to go inside. We haven't been in a while, and then the lights went out, so we went for a good portion of practice with no lights, and so it was just no distractions. Keep going. It was good.
Where are you heading?
Southern California for a day, and then right back up here. So a lot of work to do.
Yeah, big recruiting weekend too.
Yeah,
right? These are the type of weeks you get that take advantage of.
For sure. You know, especially when you get a good win like we had last week, and you have a little momentum on your side. I think that's helpful, and it's a chance for us early on, having a bye so early to go see guys play that maybe we're trying to figure out. So we're getting to see that as well.
Health-wise, you're okay?
Really good, really good. You know, I think that when you kind of play a physical game like that with so many plays, that is one of the concerns. We came out really healthy, and we had a good physical week of practice this week, obviously, and came out of it really good. So.
We saw a Kohler and pads and a walking boot.
We're just trying to get him going, trying to get him motivated and get him going. We think, if we can get him healthy enough, he can be a nice addition to the O-line, just from a sheer depth standpoint. So we're trying to get him going.
Okay, most of the game plan installed at this point, or?
We essentially have it all in, and that's what we do. Is we treat it typically to the getting ready for Boise, where we took about a week and a half to get prepared. We'll do the same thing here with Illinois. So we've got it in, and then we can come back next week and really fine-tune it.
Not an entire weekend off of football for you, right?
No, I got a big-time game Saturday, 2:45, the Junior Wolverines. So first game of the year, fired up for it.
First tackle football.
Yeah, first tackle football game of his life. So.
Are you volunteer coach for that at all?
I think I'm an announcer. I think I'm the announcer. Every parent has to volunteer. So. I made sure I told my wife that I wanted the bio on every guy, what his hobbies are, nicknames, all sorts of stuff.
So you feel like even with the bye, you were able to keep the intensity up for the practice?
I thought our practices were really intense with a lot of energy. Yesterday was phenomenal. Today was cool. We had a good portion to move the ball, and then we really let our three scrimmage again here at the end, and they got after it. It was fun, and guys showed some stuff, so it was good for our guys.
I know there weren't any issues in terms of targeting and things like that, but I mean, are those things you're still having to find out from the officials and educate your guys on?
Well, I talked to our guys last game in pregame just how they were going to call it, so that I just wanted to make sure they knew what they were calling and I knew what they were calling, and that it went both ways. And so I think our guys are really well educated. I think especially now with our focus on tackling and not hitting people, but rather tackling people, we shouldn't have an issue, but we'll see how the season goes.
I mean, when there's a couple guys get ejected in the league this last week, I mean, do you guys show them that?
We have a cut up for ourselves, and we haven't showed our guys specifically. We showed them a cut up prior to the season of what was illegal as well as what was legal. But we really haven't had any issues in practice, and we didn't have any issues in the first game, so I'm okay right now.
Does the pace that both teams played at last Saturday mitigate crowd noise? Does it quiet a crowd in some respects because there's no ramp-up time between plays?
I don't know. I thought our crowd was really good on third downs when we expect them to be. I thought they were really good on the fourth down play and allowed our guys to maybe get off a little better than their guys to get a stop. They were sure loud when we scored touchdowns,
Yeah.
So I thought they were good. It'll be interesting to see when we face a team, if we face a team at home that huddles, and how it could affect it. But this is college football right now, the up-tempo stuff that's going on.
We asked you Monday a little bit about in terms of the play calling, but are you find yourself thinking more ahead now, or how has that changed in terms of?
Well, I try to have a little bit of a plan for the series of kind of what I want to try to get done that series, and not so specific to the down and distance and the hash of that play, but knowing I've got a handful of calls that I would like this next series that we think look pretty good based on the formations that we've used. And then I always have the red zone stuff thoughts in my head that if we get down there, what we'd like to call the next time we're there. So, it's definitely not just just calling it on a whim. It's thought out still. We just try to go faster.
I guess how's that different from?
Well, in the past, it was the play ended. Okay, what's the situation? What's the down and distance? What hash? Okay, now let me look at the situation. Let me find that play. Now it's much more ramped up. It's thought out previously, but we're not as concerned as the down and distance or the hash. We know the calls that we like, and we're just going with them.